The sound of a heavy machine gun firing is one of the most recognizable sounds on the battlefield. Deep, powerful, and relentless, it represents overwhelming firepower and battlefield dominance. Among the most legendary weapons ever created, the M2 Browning machine gun stands as a true icon of military engineering. For more than a century, this powerful weapon has served armies around the world, proving its reliability in countless conflicts and environments. From armored vehicles to aircraft and naval vessels, the M2 has remained a cornerstone of modern military firepower. The story of the M2 Browning begins in the early 20th century with the brilliant American firearms designer John Moses Browning. During World War I, the United States military needed a heavier machine gun capable of defeating enemy aircraft and lightly armored targets. Browning responded to this challenge by designing a powerful weapon chambered for the massive .50 caliber cartridge. The result was the Browning .50 caliber machine gun, which would later evolve into the M2 that we know today. The M2 Browning was officially adopted by the United States military in the 1920s. At the time, few could have predicted that this weapon would go on to become one of the longest-serving firearms in military history. Over the decades, the M2 proved itself in nearly every major conflict involving the United States, including World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Gulf War, and modern operations in the Middle East. One of the reasons for the M2's legendary status is its incredible versatility. Unlike many weapons designed for a single role, the M2 can be mounted on a wide range of platforms. On the battlefield, it is commonly installed on tanks, armored vehicles, and military trucks to provide heavy suppressive fire against enemy forces. It is also widely used on naval vessels to defend against small boats and aerial threats. In addition, the M2 has been mounted on helicopters and aircraft, where its powerful rounds can destroy ground targets and provide close air support. At the heart of the M2's effectiveness is the .50 BMG cartridge, one of the most powerful rounds used in machine guns today. This large caliber round is capable of traveling at extremely high speeds and delivering tremendous impact. It can penetrate light armor, disable vehicles, and destroy equipment from long distances. Because of its power and range, the M2 can engage targets much farther away than most standard infantry weapons. The M2 Browning operates using a recoil-operated mechanism, which allows the weapon to cycle automatically after each shot. When the trigger is pressed, the weapon fires a round, and the recoil energy from that shot helps chamber the next round from the ammunition belt. This process continues as long as the trigger is held and ammunition is available, producing a steady and powerful stream of fire. Despite its massive power, the M2 is known for its remarkable reliability. Soldiers often refer to it by the nickname, Deuce, a term of respect that reflects both familiarity and trust. In harsh combat environments, whether in freezing mountain conditions, dusty deserts, or humid jungles, the M2 has repeatedly demonstrated that it can continue operating when other weapons might fail. Another key advantage of the M2 is its impressive range and accuracy for a machine gun of its size. The weapon can effectively engage targets at distances well beyond 1 kilometer, making it extremely useful for defensive positions and long-range suppression. When mounted on a stable platform such as a vehicle or tripod, the M2 becomes a formidable tool capable of controlling large areas of the battlefield. Throughout its long service life, the M2 has undergone several upgrades and improvements. One of the most important modern versions is the M2A1, which features enhancements designed to improve safety and ease of use for soldiers. One notable improvement is the quick change barrel system, which allows operators to replace overheated barrels more quickly and safely during sustained firing. The heavy barrel design of the M2 plays a critical role in managing heat generated during rapid fire. Machine guns generate enormous heat due to the continuous firing of ammunition. The thick barrel helps absorb and dissipate this heat, allowing the weapon to maintain consistent performance during extended engagements. Weight is another defining characteristic of the M2 Browning. Compared to lighter machine guns carried by infantry soldiers, the M2 is significantly heavier. The gun itself weighs around 38 kilograms when mounted with its tripod system. Because of this weight, the weapon is usually crew-served, meaning it is operated by a small team rather than a single soldier. Typically, one soldier acts as the gunner while others assist with ammunition supply and observation. The firepower delivered by the M2 is truly impressive. With a cyclic rate of fire typically between 450 and 600 rounds per minute, the weapon can unleash devastating suppressive fire. When combined with the destructive power of the .50 caliber round, even short bursts can have a dramatic impact on enemy forces and equipment. In modern warfare, the M2 continues to play an essential role in military operations. Armored vehicles such as tanks and infantry fighting vehicles frequently carry the M2 as a secondary weapon mounted on top of the turret. This allows crew members to engage infantry, light vehicles, and low-flying aircraft while maintaining protection inside the vehicle. Naval forces also rely on the M2 for defense and security missions. On patrol boats and warships, these machine guns provide a powerful deterrent against fast attack craft and other potential threats. Their long range and destructive capability make them highly effective for maritime security operations. Air forces have also used the M2 extensively throughout history. During World War II, many American fighter aircraft were equipped with multiple M2 machine guns mounted in their wings. These guns provided tremendous firepower, allowing pilots to shoot down enemy aircraft and attack ground targets with devastating effect. What makes the M2 Browning truly remarkable is not just its power, but its longevity. Very few military weapons remain in service for more than a few decades, yet the M2 has remained operational for over 100 years. This extraordinary lifespan is a testament to the brilliance of its original design and the continuous improvements made by engineers over time. Another reason for its continued use is the simplicity of its mechanical system. While the weapon is powerful and robust, its internal components are designed in a way that allows trained soldiers to maintain and repair it in the field. This reliability and ease of maintenance have made the M2 a favorite among military units worldwide. Today, the M2 Browning is used not only by the United States military but also by dozens of allied nations. Many countries have adopted the weapon for their own armed forces because of its proven effectiveness and durability. In fact, the M2 is considered by many military experts to be one of the most successful machine gun designs ever created. Even as modern technology introduces advanced weapons and new systems, the M2 continues to remain relevant on the battlefield. Its ability to deliver heavy firepower, engage targets at long range, and operate reliably in extreme conditions ensures that it will likely remain in service for many years to come. For soldiers who operate it, the M2 is more than just a weapon, it is a symbol of dependable firepower and battlefield dominance. The thunderous roar of the .50 caliber machine gun continues to echo across training ranges and combat zones around the world. More than a century after its creation, the M2 Browning machine gun still stands as a powerful reminder of John Browning's engineering genius. It has outlived generations of weapons, served in countless conflicts, and earned a legendary reputation among military forces worldwide. In the ever-changing landscape of modern warfare, few weapons have demonstrated the staying power of the M2. Its combination of raw power, reliability, and versatility has secured its place as one of the most iconic machine guns in military history. And as long as armies require dependable heavy firepower, the legendary M2 Browning will likely continue to serve on battlefields across the globe.